Welcome, everyone, to the inaugural episode of a brand new podcast. We have three ride or die Roman Reigns fans, and we are also. What the hell is going on?
What? Oh, we the Suplex and Shea Butter podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on.
And Shea Butter.
I was supposed to mute this shit. Okay, my bad. See, look, people who are used to my show, they know how wretched I am. But anyway, this is Suplexes and Shea Butter. And I am one of the co-hosts, Tanya Rogers, and I am also here with two dedicated wrestling fans. First off, from Dallas, Texas, we have Danny. Introduce yourself and tell me a little about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniela. You guys can call me Danny. I am 27. I live in Texas now. I'm originally from the East Coast. I, lived in Brooklyn and Jersey and just kind of, did the whole thing. And then I moved out because I graduated college and could not get a job. So here I am in Dallas. I love wrestling. I watched wrestling as a kid. My Barbies did not have Ken for boyfriends. They had Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. And my dad was totally fine with that. And that was like our thing. We would watch wrestling together. And, I stopped watching pretty much around the time everyone did. There was that point where everyone kind of grew out of wrestling. And I kind of stopped. And then in college, I just forgot what happened. And I just kind of was paying attention again and just started watching again because my dad has been a fan. And my dad will watch everything TNA. He watches like everything. And I just was, got back into it and went all the way out. And we went to see SmackDown Live, and I just fell in love with Sheamus, and it just was history from there. I've been watching ever since. And that's it.
All right. We have another co-host. Her name is Tyler. I don't know which part of Alabama you're from, baby. What part of Alabama you from?
I live in Birmingham, Alabama. Damn, I bet my country accent is all through this damn.
I love it,
girl. I love
it. But no, my name is Tyler Collins. I'm Cali Girl 201 on Twitter. I'm originally from Bakersfield, California, raised in Birmingham, Alabama. 25 years old. Been watching wrestling. Started watching wrestling like towards the late Attitude Era. My favorite wrestler of all time is The Rock. Love him to death. And I took a break too around, I want to say from 2011 to 2012 because I respected John Cena, but I got tired of seeing him on top all the damn time. So I was like, I ain't missing shit. So I came back around 2013. That's when I saw The Shield. And so when I saw The Shield, I was like, okay, this is something fresh. They obviously must see, got the look, swag, all that. And then Roman Reigns is what kept me watching and enjoying it again, and that presence, man. So yeah, I've been watching for a long time. My mom, she'll watch it with me sometimes, and I post videos of her watching it and getting a laugh out of it. And my dad likes to make fun of me every now and then for watching it, but I don't care. I love wrestling, so it is what it is. Yep, yes. Dedicated to the Roman Empire as well. Nothing you damn haters can say to make me stop wasting my coins on Roman fucking Reigns. So it is
Thank what it you. Is. Okay, let's get into it. Since we are three diehard members of the Roman Empire, we are three Black women with very distinct opinions and views on wrestling. And this is why we decided to come together, because all of the podcasts we see are the same.
Yes.
These it's like they cut off the same cloth. Oh. Ain't none of these guys even attractive. They're all the same. They're all the same. Doughy-eyed, weak-chinned white boys they say, oh, they're women, so they're all they do want to do is fuck Roman Reigns. Bitch, you want to fuck him too. You just don't want to.
But listen, when we're dealing with like some of the ridiculousness that happens in wrestling, and you know what I'm talking about, that moment where you're like, what am I watching? Right. Like, there's too many hot guys on television for me to suffer. Like, we have to like wrestling to watch it. Because
thank you.
Too many hot guys on television. I don't need to watch wrestling for hot guys.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't. Oh, yeah. There are so many other avenues to look at good-looking men.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is I've explained, because Tanya, you follow me on Twitter. I've explained multiple times of why I'm a fan of Roman Reigns, why I believe in his talent, what he does in the ring that people really take for granted, that other wrestlers take for granted in that ring, which is selling, psychology, all that shit. And so it's like, I said Roman being attractive is just a damn bonus.
Thank you.
Yeah. I said it's not about that. And in fact, and what pisses me off sometimes is like women wrestling fans, like the people that I follow that are female fans, are smart as fuck when it comes to wrestling. And actually give good opinions on wrestling more than the male fans do, because most of the shit that they say just be for likes and shit. But when we say something like give an opinion on their favorite wrestler or whatever, it's a problem. Because it's like, I'll give an opinion on Matilda, Mighty Mouse, all the people, and not give a shit what anybody has to say. It's like, what can you say about Roman Reigns that I haven't seen or fucking heard?
Yes,
and have the same and have regurgitated. It is the same regurgitated
and have debunked on the fucking daily. I say y'all can keep spewing these narratives about Roman Reigns, but facts are fucking facts. Numbers are fucking numbers.
Listen, and the thing about it is when females, I feel like generally, and of course there's exceptions to the rule, but generally I feel like when female fans complain about wrestling, it's because things don't make sense. And I feel like a lot of times those type of male fans, they just complain because they're not getting what they want.
What?
And it's just like, well, you know, is it really a problem? Because, you know, for me, what was so telling was a couple of pay-per-views ago, or I forget what it was, when Seth and Finn were main eventing a show for the Intercontinental title, and they did not pay attention to that match. And I said, "This is what
they pay more attention to the clock, right?"
Like,
but Seth Rollins, that's the guy you want instead of Roman. But he
that was your chance.
Let's be honest. I love Seth Rollins. I do.
I like to hate him sometimes.
Me too. I love to hate him. What you mean? This boy ain't got no psychology. He don't know how to sell.
Oh my God.
His matches get over because he does spots that pop the crowd. That is all.
Let me tell you something. And it's crazy because, and the commentary pisses me off when they do this. Oh, he's going for the knee. Oh, he's going for the knee.
His knee's been damaged for years.
When people are hitting that, and I be telling people, I say I like Seth, but this is the shit that will make me mute his damn Twitter account. I have done it before, and it's like you're not making your partner look good when you non-sell them kicking your fucking knee the whole damn match. As soon as they kick your knee, as soon as they kick his knee, what do? He goes on the damn top rope and does a fucking suplex, do them 2 damn suplexes.
Right. And don't sell his knee at all, baby.
Let me tell you what selling is. I know y'all seen this. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman at Fastlane. Wrestling with one fucking arm, didn't move that arm the whole fucking match. That's selling.
Yes.
That's selling. But the shit Roman does gets, it's at to the point where Roman fans have to really, really pay attention to storylines, what he does in that ring, data, all this shit. We really have to, because it's that damn serious for us out here. And I'm getting tired of women wrestling fans being treated like we don't fucking matter, like we don't contribute to the fucking product. We make up 40% of the fucking audience.
Exactly. And you know what? Even though people may want to, like, you know, and I feel like I'm definitely jumping all over, but, you know, like even with the Bellas, they get knocked so many times. You know, I joined Pure Barre because of Nikki Bella, right? You remember like a couple of years ago, she had like lost a bit of weight and she just looked really good. And she kept talking about Pure Barre. So I went to Pure Barre. So they were like, oh, why'd you join? I said, well, Nikki Bella always tweeted about it and I just wanted to try it out. Tell me why girls in that gym were like, oh my God, I know nothing about wrestling, but I love Nikki Bella. And that's why I joined Pure Barre too. Oh my God. And like, I made friends and got them to watch wrestling because of the Bellas. And it's like, y'all want to diminish everyone else's experience just because you, as a white man, have this particular experience doesn't mean that's everyone else's experience. You know what I mean? Like, so just because you don't care for Roman doesn't mean that we all, you know, feel the same way. Because it's like, oh, no one cares. No one likes him. You don't like him.
Which is complete bullshit. But
you don't become the number one merch seller because people don't care.
Exactly.
100%.
Exactly. They try to bring up the whole he has more merch, which is bullshit because we keep telling the fact like
go online. He has like what 68 items or something.
68 items more than AJ Styles, less than AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. They have more merch than he did. And on top of that, it's not like WWE is putting a gun to nobody's heads and saying buy his merch. Roman Reigns is not putting a gun. Like, so it's like somebody's paying for it. I said the reason why he's on top is because when I say Roman fans are committed, we are committed, which means we will buy his shit.
Yes.
We know the rules to the freaking game. If you want your favorite wrestler on top, you buy their merchandise. You don't you just don't show up to a show and chant their name or chant Joe, but you ain't buying his shit. You ain't at his damn autograph lines. At WrestleMania Access, Roman Reigns' line overflowed in Joe's line.
You know that took me down.
You can chant Joe all you want to, but a chant don't mean shit if you ain't supporting him with your money. We know how the game works.
That took me down. I remember because they need a Samoan name. They want Samoa Joe, not a Samoan name Joe. They had jokes for Roman. And I said, bruh, they shut down his signing early because and Roman took over his space. Like, you can't keep claiming that the people who are better than him are who they are when you yourself won't support them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just after a while, it's kind of like, what do you for me, I feel like, because even I definitely remember a long time ago seeing there was like someone was tweeting, I can't remember where, but someone was tweeting essentially saying like they listed a ton of examples of Vince giving those smarks what they wanted. And they were like, and they were kind of like listing the examples. And it was like, things like Seth and Finn main eventing a pay-per-view and the crowd just not doing anything. The things like Finn Balor, getting a chance for a title and then the crowd just not paying attention to the match. Or, like just constant examples of like, even when you guys get what you want, you're still not happy. You're still not paying attention. You're still chanting CM Punk. You're still going to do whatever else. So at a certain point, you just have to recognize that, like, if you're not enjoying the show, just ask yourself, is it because it doesn't make sense, or is it because it's not what you wanted? Because otherwise, why are you here? Yeah. Ho, why is you here, ho?
Exactly. Okay, so what I want to touch on right quick is two things Roman related before we get into covering WWE Hell in a Cell. Then the first is this photo that surfaced like Sunday night.
Oh my God.
Yes, we're gonna talk about it.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
For those who are not aware, somebody posted on Tumblr a picture which seems like it was stolen from either Roman's phone or his wife's phone.
They were saying it was his phone.
It probably was. It was stolen from her phone, and it's pretty much here taking a selfie with his shirt up, showing his ass. Yeah, listen. And a lot of guys that I follow, and I respect their opinions, but they were very, very quick to talk shit about Roman and say, this looks like he's cheating. And I'm like, bitch, have you ever cheated? Because I would not accept, if I was Roman's side chick, I would not accept. I'd be like, bitch, you gotta try again. What is this? This sad ass photo you gave me.
First of all,
I need to at least see your nature trail. Come on now. No.
Here's the thing. I was like, because I posted on Twitter, I said, why do people keep saying Roman Reigns with his shirt up is a nude photo? Ain't nothing nude about that. Y'all don't know what a nude photo is. Oh my God.
Can I tell you so I hop on Twitter and I see Tanya's tweet and she's like, what? It's all caps. Like, what photo y'all talking about? And I get all like, I'm nosy. God is not through with me yet. Okay. So I was like, what photo? Like, I'm the person who, like, as soon as a new photo comes out for someone that I want to know about, I'll find it and then talk about privacy right after I've seen it. Yeah. But like, she says this, and so somebody replies to her with the photo, and I literally was like, what the girl? If y'all don't go home. Like, I was so exhausted when I saw that photo. I'm like, it's clearly like you can tell that's someone, like, that's the type of photos that I take when I'm checking in on my weight loss progress. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I was like, that photo looks so freaking innocent. And I was like, ain't nothing. I said, how can, and people's like, he's cheating. I said, first of all,
with the wedding ring on.
As gleefully as he talks about Galena, he ain't cheating on that girl.
Listen.
As much as he cares, he cares about his family and says how he won't lose his family over the rest of stuff. He will not ruin that. And what kills me is you don't put nothing past no man. I understand that.
True.
But it's like to the fans, I hate when fans act like they actually knows a wrestler's personal business, because it's like we're all fans at the end of the day. Don't nobody know what he posted that picture for or whatever. So it's like, can y'all stay in y'all lanes, please?
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
And it's like, and the way that they were so quick to make it that he was cheating. And when Seth's actual cheating photos came out, they were so quick to talk about privacy and the disrespect. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, they have ethics and morals when it suits them. It's so insane to me. I was like,
when it's for their faves, and it's like, I don't want to hear that crap from y'all. Don't talk to me. I know next time.
And it's people it's people that was doing that claimed they like Roman, but as soon as that picture came out, oh, he cheating. You just don't want to admit it. You just think he no, you just want something to look at him and say, oh, look, Roman did this. He's not perfect. I don't know why you're so bothered because he has so many female fans, but like Roman in the ring is way more sexual than that picture.
You ain't lying.
Way more sexual.
100%.
Sticking out his tongue. Crawling on the floor.
Girl.
Goddamn winking at people. Like
the last one I went to last year, I swear to God, I would put my right hand on the Bible. This man looked dead at me and licked his tongue out, and I damn near melted on the floor. Do you hear me? Like, what is this man trying to do? What are you up to, bro? And then he's sitting there innocent picture.
Okay.
He's sitting this. He be flirting with all the females in the audience, but he's sitting this innocent picture. And he do like he cheating. No, he's getting your girlfriends while you at the show, baby.
And Roman, and even though he's humble, he also is very aware, because I remember seeing he said in the interview, he was like, I don't know why they're mad at me. I'm bringing the pretty girls to the show. So like he knew. He was like, why are y'all mad at me exactly? You mad because I'm bringing women here? Like, use that. Use it.
And it's like, I know he knows that.
He
has.
You cannot.
I mean, again, me crying just from looking at him.
Yeah.
And my mom, was at the day, she was like, he is fine as hell, though. And so it's the rules of the game. It's like how it was back then. It's an entertainment television show. So of course, in order to get eyes on you, you have to have a certain look to you. And it's like people, especially the gatekeeping male fans, if you attractive, got this alpha male attitude, athletic, which Roman is, especially for his size, like, god damn, he's so damn athletic. But anyway, good looking, could potentially was a good football player, all that. Of course you're gonna get hated. I was listening to Bobby Lashley's Milk Dud on on Ebro in the morning. He was like, Ebro asked him, "Why don't people like you?" And he was like, "I'm different," or whatever. And I knew what he meant. And he was like, he was, "What you mean I'm different?" He said, "I mean, look at me." It's like I got muscles, I'm athletic, got a look to me. He's like, fans in this day and age, he said back then that wasn't a problem, but fans in this day and age don't like that. And he ain't lying.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
That's very intuitive of him.
They want wrestlers that look like them.
Like Daniel Bryan.
Look like average Joes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not how it was back then. And it's like, you wonder why. I said, Vince pushes them because it's a fact that kids look at them as superheroes.
Yeah.
People complain about Roman's vest. Why he wears it? One, he wears it for medical reasons, and two, it's because it saves money.
First of all, I don't understand why that was a conversation. I'm like, didn't this man, like, have y'all ever listened to that interview? He explained what happened to him.
Almost died.
Like his intestines were spilling out of his body like spaghetti out of a bowl, and he just kept putting it back in and going to wrestle. Like this man. And like even when it was time to go to the hospital, because I was, you know, when you're laughing at the thing because it's so absurd. When he's just saying, like, you know, he, like when they went to untangle his intestines because it got tangled, it was like wrapped around his testicles. It was wrapped around in like wrong places. It was bad. So he needs to protect himself. And it's just like, I'm like, did we all not hear this information? You know, he's wearing a vest because of medical.
They don't give a shit. It had let Seth Rollins had kept pushing his hernia back in to wrestle. He'd be the fucking greatest wrestler ever. He'd be a fucking hero.
We would never hear
they already gave him a bionic knee.
Thank you. They would have been made a special about. He would have some. He like it doesn't make any other trying to wrestle because they didn't want to lose their push. But you try to say he don't care and all he want is money and fame. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and it's like,
speaking of which, this goddamn dork who did a rap. First of all, I am insulted by this vanilla white ass motherfucker culture vulture rap to this my emperor. Who the fuck you think you are? And then gonna say somebody bullying him. You bullied your goddamn self.
This what happened. I think he the reason why I'm suspended on Twitter right now.
Oh no.
So this what happened, right? So a day before, now, like I said, it's a lot of wrestlers in the WWE right now that I don't give a damn about, won't waste my energy on, and damn sure won't make a diss record about. Because again, I don't care for them. So you can't sit up here and claim that you don't like Roman Reigns, but you talk about him all the time. You can't say you don't care for Roman Reigns, but you make a diss record. You can't say that nobody likes Roman Reigns, but you follow him on Twitter and literally it's your purpose to say some dumb crap to him every time he puts out a freaking tweet. So a day before he makes a diss record, I ain't even listened to it. I just roasted him, whatever. So the next day, he posted a tweet saying, ever since that diss video, I've been called vulgar names, yada, 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 hurting my feelings, da, da, da. Roman Reigns would be ashamed of y'all, da, da, da. So I was like, ain't this some bull? So I posted on Twitter, I quoted his tweet and was like, you Roman haters are whack as fuck. I said, y'all talk all this crap about Roman Reigns and his fans, and then when you get roasted for it, you want to cry foul. I said, you don't take that bull crap crying out of here, boy. I said, if you don't take that, because my mama right here, I don't want to cuss in front of her. But I was like, if you don't get that BS crying out of here. So that was a few hours ago. So he blocks me, of course, and so I posted another tweet. I said, ain't it funny? I said, y'all come for us all the time. Expect us to take y'all harassment 24/7, basically for us being fans of his, and y'all can't take what y'all dish out. I said, that's crazy. I said, and so it's like a couple of hours later, My account is suspended for 11 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, so he must have went back and reported my tweet. Okay. I said, it's like, and I be telling Roman fans all the time on Twitter, I said, you cannot take what these haters say seriously because it's the same crap.
Yeah.
And for us, and the thing is, we just fans. It's like whenever we try to do some fun stuff that relates to Roman Reigns only, because honestly, we could care less about anybody else.
Because we actually support our face. Okay.
Exactly. So it's like they care about what we do. They care about what we say. We could be minding our own business and they hop in our mentions and say some stupid stuff. Because before, the years before, and this was because I didn't understand where the Roman hate was coming from. I used to go at everybody who had something to say. Now it's like I mute or block and move on. The only time I would cuss somebody out is if they come in my mentions when I'm simply minding my own business, talking to my mutuals about Roman or whoever. That's the only time I would go at a hater. The only
Yes.
time.
Blockovich 2018.
Exactly.
Follow it, people.
Listen, after I already got into that little accidental tiff with that girl just for saying your shirt was misspelled, I just say, you know what? I'm not worth it. Like, this is not worth it for me. I'm not going to argue with nobody on Twitter. I'm just not arguing.
And most of them is just for gimmicks and trolls anyway. They do it for attention. They say stupid crap for attention. The conspiracy theorists saying that, they just be saying some dumb mess like that DJ Sideburns dude. Gimmick. JDNY, whatever his damn name is.
Oh, I've seen his Twitter. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I always say all the times when because I have some mutuals who will go at a Roman hater every time, and most of the time it be them. And I was like, they do this for a reason. They know.
That's the only way they get their engagement.
It's two of them. Yeah, one of them is named JD from NY.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's the crusty dick one who was talking shit about us having a problem with Cedric Alexander and Ty Dillinger making rape jokes.
Yeah.
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 So like, he's a fucking incel. Somebody was like, oh, he's married with kids. He's still a fucking incel. He's not getting voluntary pussy. Trust me. And the other one is DJ Storms.
I call him DJ Sideburns. You see that?
They're probably going to claim and somehow. Bitch, I wish somebody was paying me to love Roman Reigns this goddamn much.
That was the dumbest thing.
The easiest job in the fucking world.
and that brings me back to conspiracy theories. Oh, Roman WB has plants of Roman fans. I'm like, what the hell? We people. We human beings.
If they need to plant fans for your face, okay?
Oh, they give.
Seth Powell be dead on the water every time.
Yeah, it's like they giving fans money to cheer Roman Reigns. Well, where is my check?
I want it.
Because I would not be getting my butt up at 3 a.m. every freaking morning for $15 an hour if I knew it was that easy just to cheer Roman Reigns and buy his freaking merch. I would not be doing that. I would not be doing that. So, like I said, and DJ Sideburns basically gave himself away when he kept begging this girl to talk to him. She didn't want to talk to him. He basically gave himself away, talking about it's just a gimmick and all of that. So it's like I tell fans, I say every time he comes to your mentions and gets on you about like Roman Reigns, just say it's okay. I know you're playing a gimmick. I ain't taking you serious. It's all good.
100%.
It's all good. But yeah, they talk about Roman because he gives them clicks on their YouTube channel.
Bruh, have you ever
he gives them clicks on their articles, and they know this. So it's it's the same crap, just different wording.
I've seen some sites that we won't mention, but I've seen some sites that a regular article, 13 comments. A Roman Reigns article, 168. What?
Right.
People are arguing. You know what I'm saying? Roman sneezed today. 3 articles. He's on Twitter. Everybody's complaining. Twitter has a meltdown. The Empire got to suit up and defend him for sneezing. The other side is pissed at him for sneezing because it's just why every
time. When he said, I'll never forget when he said he feels like he's the best. Oh, Twitter was in a freaking oh my God. Twitter was in a freaking frenzy. A frenzy. It's crazy, man.
We could probably talk about this shit the whole show, but let's go get on to Hell in a Cell. And we are going to start with the WWE Universal Championship. Finally, the Universal Champion Roman Reigns will defend his title in the Hell in a Cell against toddler face ass Braun Strowman.
I'm over him.
Girl, I've been over his ass. I'm telling you, I've been over him. I'm so sick of it. So I'm not gonna really get into it. People pretty much know I don't care for him that much.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say.
My thing, yeah, go ahead.
WWE basically is doing what they are supposed to do. They're playing to his strengths, and that's yelling, screaming, and breaking stuff. So I get it. And I will say, let me give him credit before I start roasting. His match with Finn Balor was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
It was. So I give him credit for that. Good job. But it's only so many times you can just go around screaming and breaking stuff, because I really believe that's happening now, because more and the momentum has worn off. People can say what they want to say. Momentum has worn off. They should have never went the comedic route with him.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have happened. But it has worn off. So, and I also agree. And everybody knows, people that probably know, I don't like Kevin Owens. I could care less about Kevin Owens.
Oh,
but I even said that Braun Strowman kind of buried Kevin Owens at SummerSlam. Steve Austin even said the same thing. So it's like it's kind of getting to a point where, and we all know this, Roman made Braun Strowman what he is.
He's a mummy.
So
point
it's
blank.
like it's getting to a point where, like, damn, can you, if everybody's claiming that Braun Strowman should be the guy and all this stuff, why does he need to be around Roman like an obsessed jilted wife that was left at the freaking altar? Like, it's like Roman can't move on to another feud without Braun Strowman nipping at his freaking heels. Like, can we see him in another feud where he has to actually carry a feud? But he's supposed to be the face and all that.
I mean, we just saw it with Kevin Owens, and it was lackluster.
But here's my thing with Braun Strowman. And I would say this. I actually came into this somewhat liking him because I listened to him, I want to say, on Steve Austin's podcast. And he's like got this whole sweet Southern boy kind of like general, like he was so passionate. He was like a weightlifter. Like, I liked his story, and he was a lot more charismatic than his character was at the time. And so I was like, okay, I would like to see how he grows. Then he had this feud with Roman, and I really liked him. You know, even though I obviously was rooting for Roman, I liked what he brought to it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as he progressed, I think the problem was that they didn't know. This was one of those times where I feel like they kind of mishandled him, because when he and Roman were escalating in their feud and he was getting more and more destructive, there was a point because they were trying to just end each other, you know? And then afterward, because of those like iconic somewhat moments of like, oh, him flipping a car and Roman, you know, driving a van into another, you know what I'm saying? They went through all this stuff. They kept trying to up that ante. And I think what happened for me, what made me dislike it, is that it just started getting ridiculous. Like, it was so clearly set up so that he could destroy something. It's like by the time I got to the porta potty, I was exhausted with him. You know, like the porta potty was so obviously set up. The stage, so he can lift the stage and throw it out. It's like so, you know, carny and hokey and just kind of like, ugh. And then on top of it, let's be very honest here. He didn't turn heel. He was mercilessly bullying Kevin Owens for months.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh,
At what point was he like, what did Kevin Owens do to deserve what he was getting? There was no point. And then on top of it, again, these are the things that makes it a mess, because you had him pick a 10-year-old to be his partner at WrestleMania. So it's like,
I thought that was stupid as well.
It's like by the time you're done, it's like, I don't know what to do with this man. He's destructive. He's adorable to kids, but now he's like, he's bullying someone, but he was apparently a face because he just officially turned heel. Like, you know, that's my point, where it's like, the things they do just don't make sense. And then it's like,
and this is this would surprise me. People were actually mad that he turned heel. I was like, what made you think? I said, what made you think he was a face any freaking ways? I can tell you. I said, if you paid attention to the Kevin Owens feud, he was a heel in that freaking feud. I don't care what you say. He was a heel in that freaking feud. That was basically like a heel versus heel feud. Except y'all cheered for Braun Strowman. I said he was never a freaking face. He was never a face. I said it goes to show. I said y'all don't pay attention to the freaking storylines. I said y'all have to pay. Y'all don't give storylines a chance, and that's why y'all constantly complain. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. I said y'all don't walk in to these stories with an open mind at all, at all. He wasn't a face. He wasn't
at all.
And what's tripping me out is also with Kevin Owens, the freaking. I really hope. And maybe this is the fantasy booking because I hate fantasy booking, but I really hope that we get a swerve from Kevin Owens, that Kevin Owens still in the end causes Braun Strowman his cash in, and then comes back out on Raw and said and cuts a promo on Braun Strowman and be like, haha, you actually thought I had your back, you thought I forgot about all the bullcrap you put me through the last couple of months. Like, because to me, it really tripped me out seeing him take Braun Strowman's side.
Yes.
All the crap.
The alignment.
You will not. In reality, that just doesn't happen.
It doesn't make sense. The alignments that they'll have people go through just don't. It's like you'll just be looking at like, but wait, aren't y'all? But wait, why? Like Sasha and Bayley, can we like what? Why? Why? When Braun and Roman were fighting and were at each other's throats, no one ever stopped and said, let's go to therapy and be friends. When Kevin and Sammy were going at each other's throats and they were lifelong friends, no one ever stopped and made them go to therapy. But Sasha and Bayley, who keep giving us a taste of a blood feud, keep getting pulled back to be friends. To do what?
And people really wanted to see that. I wanted to see that.
Listen, WrestleMania, when Bayley, well, I want to say Bayley eliminated Sasha. No, Sasha eliminated Bayley. I can't remember. And the Battle Royal before Naomi won. No, Bayley eliminated Sasha. We were like, yes, it's time. No, it wasn't time. We wait a couple more months. Then finally, Sasha goes off at the Elimination Chamber. No, it's not time. And then like finally we get to the point where Bayley snaps and we're like, yes, this is it. It's time. So instead of going into Evolution with a burning hot feud that we had been waiting, so which that would have made history, and we know that the match would have lived up to the hype, where you could have had a guaranteed home run for Evolution. You chose now to instead squander that for us to see a random tag match with the Riot Squad. No shade to them. I love them. But what?
Yeah. But anyway, back to this match. I got Roman winning because, one, he needs a longer title reign than a freaking month.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
100%.
And ratings and all that have been up since he's been champion. So I say you need to keep it on him just a little bit longer. And two, I want to see more feuds, and because it's gotten to a point where he can put on a match with anyone.
Yeah.
And not only that, make them look good in the process. That's what I like about Roman as well. People complain about his push, but it's like he's putting people over. He's losing these big matches, losing these pay-per-views during his push. So it's not like he's just running roughshod over everybody, because that's not the case. So it's like I want to see. Never. Yeah, so it's like I want to see. So I got him winning this. I mean, them adding Mick Foley is like we gotta pay attention to that, because we don't know what's gonna go down with that. It should be interesting. I mean, I think the match is gonna be freaking awesome, because every time those two get in the ring, like Roman Reigns Samoan dropped him through a freaking stage, so it should be freaking awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. But I got Roman winning and Braun screwing up his cash in.
I think I'm seeing a lot of chicanery and hot messness. I expect to be, just given the history, if he retains, I'll be surprised, but I want him to retain.
Yeah.
because the addition of Mick Foley doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it does, I get it, but I'm also like, you know, I'm also concerned about him physically being there. I was like, why? Because now he's like slow. He can't slide down and jump to get the count when I need him to get the count. You know, it's a lot. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that comfort wise of just seeing him in the ring lumbering around, because like he has done a lot of damage to his body, and it pains me to see him. You know, and when I say pains, I don't mean it in like a mean way. I mean like, it, you know, to see someone's quality of life the way it is, where he's kind of like hobbling a bit and stuff, like it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm not really too happy about him being involved in this cage in this way. I would have minded if he was on commentary for it. But other than, I would like Roman to win, but I would be surprised if he won.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I think Roman is losing because, in my opinion, Vince thinks that it's better when Roman is chasing the title. For some odd reason, people seem to think, oh, they were waiting to coronate him. Bitch, he been coronated. How many times did he win the championship?
Yeah.
WrestleMania, SummerSlam, this past SummerSlam with no fucking coronation. They just think in the head. I don't know. They see what they want to see. I think Vince thinks the story with Roman is him always chasing for some goddamn reason. So I think he's gonna lose.
I think he's gonna. I got him winning because a month. Come on now, that won't make no freaking sense. And on top of that, you can't even. And on top of that, you can't have Braun Strowman as champion long term, because it's only like I can only count on one hand who can realistically beat him, and that's either Milk Dud or freaking Roman Reigns. Really, Braun Strowman is really an attraction. That's it. He should not, because even if you beat Braun Strowman, you still lose, because he'll just get back up like a zombie and throw them around after having a freaking match for longer than like what, 20 minutes or something, like the Elimination Chamber match. Dude was eliminating everybody. Roman beats him. Braun Strowman gets up and throws him through the freaking plexiglass. It's like even when you beat him, you still lose.
Yeah.
So that's why I have him winning. I said it's still a lot more. It's still a lot of good feuds. It's still a lot more that they could do with Roman with him having the title. He's gotten better on the mic. Imagine all the good promos. Drew McIntyre, like, in as much crap as we give Milk Dud, their match at Extreme Rules was the best match of the freaking night. It had people interested. Their match on Raw to face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, you can have another Finn Balor feud. Like, it's so much you can do. So I think it would make no sense for them to take the title from him after having it for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and Ashley Powell made a great point in the chat where she's like, more open challenges for Roman. I want that. Like, I don't want an open challenge for Braun. I'm sorry.
He don't have to do I see him defending it every week? No, but he should defend it to let people know, like, hey, like, I'm saying I'm serious when I say I'm gonna be a fighting champion. I'm gonna make this championship important. Like, they should keep that in mind too. So I have him winning. I just hope that I don't know. We'll see, man. It's just, and I put some on Twitter. I said the fact that Roman fans are saying he's gonna lose just lets everybody know that we're used to him getting screwed over. And it's crazy because
yes, we are.
Yeah, and it's like, and I said, and the killer part is, it's like that still hasn't stopped us from supporting him. So it's like, it's like you might as well keep the freaking tire on him, because obviously it won't affect him like it would affect other superstars.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say. I got him winning. But if he loses, I won't be surprised either. So it is what it is.
All right, let's move on. And I was posed this question. I said, anybody you have open questions for us, give it to us. And somebody asked, did we think that this next match was the most overrated feud on the card? And that
I know what that was. Yeah.
The WWE champion AJ Styles defends against Samoa Joe. I'll give my predictions right quick. I think AJ Styles retains because
He
I
is.
think he's going to break CM Punk's record. Uh I love Samoa Joe, but they gonna have to stop this whole gimmick of he pushes people's buttons. He's and his promos are fire, and congratulations on him. But he always loses, so I don't give a fuck about them fire ass promos. He's a loser. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Wendy.
Okay, here's my thing on it. I got AJ Styles retaining, unfortunately. His title reign has been fucking boring. I'm over it. Like it's like and the people they don't want to, and this what kills me about Matilda, because it's like you don't. It's like they're afraid to admit that his title reign has been boring. And when was the last time he wrestled on TV? What, July 12th? When was it? June 12th when he had the championship. So it's like AJ Styles is gonna retain. They're doing of course they're gonna do storylines like that to keep people interested in the feud and all that stuff. And basically they cheer AJ Styles no matter what because of his background. It's just a lot of things, like double standard things when it comes to wrestlers like AJ Styles. But I guess we'll get into that another day. And you're right about Samoa Joe. He cuts fire promos, very intense, I might add. And it's like, but it's like he keeps losing, and so, I mean, and as a heel, he does his job. I would give him that. He does his job, but he's gonna lose, and and he's washed as well. Uh,
I
it's just yeah.
So this one is weird for me because AJ, I remember when he came in, he was with Chris Jericho. You know, they had their war, and it was kind of like, okay, I didn't really care about him, and then he just kind of was on fire. I just remember there was just this point where it's like, no, he's the best wrestler in the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was given that moment of like, yo, his matches have been fire, and it's like I consistently forget that he's champion, and like Ashley, I just looked in the chat again, and Ashley is like, they're not even a main feud on SmackDown, and they're not. Like
They're not.
And so my only thing is I love Samoa Joe. He's just so funny. I just enjoy how he goes at people. But he's another one where I think this is a larger problem of the WWE not giving people villains. I think they forget that part of the reason you like the good guys is because they have a villain. Part of the reason why the Shield even became what they were is because they were villains, but they were good. They didn't have to cheat to win. They just were better than you. So it meant something when you beat them. Yeah. And I feel like they don't give. So it's like, it just, for me, it kind of like, it's hard to get into people because you just know, like, it doesn't feel worth the emotional investment because it's so dry, because, we know that Samoa Joe's going to punk him the entire time and then lose the match, and then it's like after this is like what, his third or fourth major feud losing if he's not injured,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He has a feud, gets injured, leaves, and comes back. Gets fired again, gets injured. It's kind of a rough cycle on him too.
And I feel like I've every heel doesn't need to be a chicken shit heel.
Oh, say that again for the people in the back.
Because Samoa Joe, because I was excited when he got called up from NXT. Because I used to watch TNA, so I was like, Samoa Joe could actually be one of them heels who don't need to be a chicken shit heel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like he has somewhat of an MMA background. He can he cuts intense promos. Intense in the ring when he wrestles and stuff. I said at least I would expect him to be one of the guys that ain't. And I still think he isn't now. But the only problem is, again, like Tanya said, he loses.
They did the same thing to Bray Wyatt, where it was like, what was the point of that energy if he's gonna lose so many important things?
And I love when Roman and Bray Wyatt feud together. They put on good freaking matches, and their feud was actually pretty freaking good. He is also somebody who don't need to be a chicken shit heel either.
this is the thing I said about Joe. I think like he needs his strategy seems to be pissing his opponents off enough so that they will whoop his ass. So maybe he needs to find a new strategy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it ain't working. Okay, so we all got AJ retaining here.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna move on to the women championship matches. We're gonna stay on SmackDown right quick. Discuss the
Charlotte winning, whatever.
I can't wait for the Rock's daughter to come and whoop Charlotte's behind.
Like Charlotte
my
winning,
new hope.
man.
That's my new hope.
Oh
you
my
think
God.
you think they're gonna go there? I see every pay-per-view they try to surprise us from what we think. And I know Charlotte is the favorite. She's the blessed one. She gets pushed and pushed. Charlotte is actually what these fans think Roman is.
Oh,
Yo.
She doesn't have a really strong fan base. She doesn't sell any merch. She's not that spectacular in the ring. There, I could count about 10 female wrestlers in the company who are better than her. She's
True.
not, you know, she literally is Ric Flair's daughter, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I'm gonna cut her a little bit of flack because I said this about other stars who got pushed too. It's really not her fault. The WWE pick and chooses who they want to support.
No. This is not an indictment on Charlotte. Listen, I love Charlotte, so I don't want people to think I hate her. I enjoy Charlotte when she brings her A game.
Yeah,
But it seems like that home now. What is her fault is them sloppy ass moonsaults, and
she really needs to stop doing that.
And she almost killed Sonya Deville Tuesday with that I don't know what kind of power bomb she was trying, but she almost broke the girl neck on the ropes. So like that's on her, but her push, no, that's not her fault. I'm not going to fault her.
And I tolerate Charlotte. I mean, the only match I enjoyed of hers is when she faced Asuka at WrestleMania.
You didn't like her matches with Sasha because I loved her matches with Sasha.
And her matches,
oh my God.
And her matches with Sasha.
The emotions of those matches,
but
or
other
something.
Than, but other than that, it's like I could care less because it's like, and sometimes some of her matches be very, very sloppy.
Yes.
It's like you can't. I said, and it kills me when they try to say she's booked like Roman Reigns because what top guy beats the Undertaker and then goes on a major pay-per-view losing streak?
Ooh.
What top guy gets squashed at WrestleMania,
and
humiliated at WrestleMania in front of a hostile crowd at WrestleMania? She's not Roman Reigns. What top guy doesn't mind putting over people during their push or selling their offense the whole freaking time during the match just to make sure they look good in the process?
But see, Charlotte doesn't do any of that. Charlotte actually, it's known Charlotte is not putting anyone over. Charlotte thinks that she should be on top.
Has she also made new stars like Roman Reigns has?
No,
I'm trying to understand where this comparison is coming from.
And see, with Charlotte too, the whole thing, part of the reason she's kind of floundering right now is because there was no explanation. Her face turn was getting beat up by people for coming to SmackDown, and that was it. Like that's the explanation. So they cut her feud short with Naomi, and that was something that everyone was excited to see because they both were touted as being the most athletic. So they cut that short to do the whole welcoming committee thing, and then they just suddenly she's just a good guy, and we were just supposed to like her. And to be truthful, I like Charlotte. You know what I mean? Because again, I agree with you guys. It's not necessarily her fault for who she's been born to. And I think that for given the position she was given, she worked damn hard and stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Because I could not care less for her when she came on the main roster and she made me a fan. So I commend her for that. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like, this to me, I think a lot of this kind of frustration, weirdness kind of falls on WWE for once again mishandling things, because it's like y'all didn't pick a good story, like you didn't make this make sense for us.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this Becky Lynch story. Like Road Dogg tried to explain it. Like he was like they were both fighting for the same thing, trying to reach the top mountain, and that was being covered. I said, no, that's not how it came across on TV. I said, first of all, I said Becky Lynch had to go through multiple wrestlers to get a title shot, number one.
Charlotte got new titties.
As soon as Charlotte returned, we knew she was going to get a freaking title shot. We knew. She only had to face one person to get a freaking title shot. Yeah. One.
And that was a champion.
I said, so the way that story, the way that Road Dogg tried to explain the story, I'm sorry, but that's not how it came across to people on TV. It's not.
And that's the thing, I wasn't cheering for Charlotte. Like, I mean, I wasn't cheering for Becky or agreeing with Becky to be contrarian. I'm like, no, I genuinely don't see how you can tell me this girl worked her way and went through the roster. She put in that work. And you mean to tell me that she's, you know, she just needs to respect the game because Charlotte happened to win a match after all she had to do was insult someone and fight the champion? What?
Like I knew.
Here's the thing. With Road Dogg's a man, so sometimes maybe he don't understand. But especially as Black women, we can understand working hard to get to the same position that somebody else just jumped the line to get to. And we're at the same position. I worked twice as hard as you to get here, but we're here at the same level.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
Yeah.
So everybody can understand why Becky's pissed off and the history they have. Charlotte treated Becky mad dirty. She's been treating her dirty.
Yes.
So for her to have this attitude, like she ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody, I'm like, bitch, what? Are you kidding me?
It's like you always treated Becky as second best.
Yes.
To you. So
like
it's
a redhead stepchild.
Yeah. Yes. And I was like, if WWE wanted Becky Lynch to get booed, why not have her feud with somebody like Naomi?
Yes.
Right.
Or Asuka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it just didn't make sense. I said, y'all know, based on how the storyline came across on TV, y'all should have known that you weren't going to get the reaction that you was hoping for. Nobody was going to boo Becky, especially considering how the story went.
And especially since we've been complaining about her not getting a chance and opportunity for so long.
Exactly. And what Becky Lynch said about the crowd was kind of true. Y'all didn't give a damn about me until I started whipping Charlotte's ass. Because where was y'all at before?
She got fans. Becky was still over when she was losing.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. She got fans, but it's like they moved on to Alexa, and I feel like they forgot about her.
Don't you bring up that little girl.
But I'm just saying though, it's like fans jump on the bandwagon as soon as you turn heel.
Yeah.
That's true.
They weren't riding for her as long. I will agree. The energy definitely dropped, which is why she needed to turn. But I definitely think that Charlotte, I feel like she was never really supposed, like Charlotte, part of what made me like her so much is because she was a villain, but she was good. Right. You know, so you had to come in that ring and give it to her to win. You weren't just going to go and beat Charlotte just like that. So she made her opponents better because as good guys, they had to really dig deep to beat her. Yeah. And, you know, as a good guy herself, they built her up so, you know, I hate saying built anybody up strong because God knows that's such a sore thing to the Empire. But they built her up so strongly that she, you know, it first of all, everyone else doesn't look credible. And, you know who else that applies to. Yeah. Everyone else doesn't look credible. So now you're trying to tell me that she's a nice person, but there's no credible bad guy to take her out. So, you know, and forcing Becky into a situation when Charlotte still hasn't really truly found her footing as a good guy, it's just not making sense. I think it's all of it's just kind of too convoluted at this point to, you know, pretend.
Yeah, and I saw the writing on the wall. I kind of knew she was going to be booed. Like, all you got to do is just follow social media, and you can just see all the complaining about Charlotte getting title shots and stuff. And I said, I told myself at some time, I said, and of course it's in New York. I was like, if Charlotte wins, they're going to boo the crap out of her. And they did.
They did.
They did.
Yeah. She didn't deserve to be in the match in the first place. But congratulations on the new titty, Charlotte. They look good. They look good.
So, I mean, of course, Charlotte's going to be probably going to be running roughshod over the women's division and end up facing Ronda Rousey. I love Ronda Rousey down the road. So I feel like that's what's going to happen with her, and it sucks. But I got Charlotte. Charlotte's going to win, man. You know, she's
Yeah,
going
I
to win.
agree. I think she's I don't know. Sometimes like I don't it's kind of Becky's kind of due. Goddamn, Charlotte is a 6-time champion though.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
But yeah, I don't see them giving the belt to Charlotte for a month and then taking it off her. Now I don't see them doing her like that.
yeah,
Seriously.
yeah,
So yeah. So we're all in agreement. Charlotte retains.
yep.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
All right, let's go to the Raw Women's Championship match, which shouldn't even be happening. Get this little blonde gnat out the goddamn way already. Goddamn. The Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey will face Alexa Bliss, and God,
Ronda
just
better kick
let it be
Alexa
over
ass.
in 5 seconds. Like
Yes, man.
enough of this farce. It's this sham. Me thinking like Alexa Bliss doing anything credible to Ronda Rousey is like me doing anything credible to Ronda. Are you kidding me?
Even though I will say they, her distracted Ronda, and actually, because Ronda be bumping like a bug, like
She do.
she be bumping,
She be
man.
giving
I
the
be
girl
like,
some stuff.
and what made me a fan of Ronda, because I wasn't so sure. I knew of Ronda, but okay, it's like, okay, she proved herself at WrestleMania. That match was freaking good. And
Fire!
she surprised the crap out of me.
She
I
better
was
work.
like, damn. And then them arm drags. I'm like, I'm surprised she ain't brought nobody on yet.
Listen, Alicia Fox is too thin for that. You can't be doing that to Alicia.
Like, she scared me with them arm drags. I said she might want to ease up on that a little bit. But it's just, I'm just very impressed with how quickly she's starting to she got everything, and she's passionate, she obviously cares, she's enjoying herself, so that's what makes me a fan, and it shows.
Yeah.
And I feel this should not last for 20 seconds. But I'm pretty sure Ronda is going to be cool with Alexa Bliss at least getting some shots in. But I expect Ronda to retain. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some shenanigans, of course, because again, Alexa Bliss is going against Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
So, but I have Ronda Rousey retaining.
I expect Ronda to retain as well. Here are my concerns about this match. I'm terrified for Alexa because she don't know how to bump. She does. I'm afraid for this girl because it's like Ronda, she legitimately hits hard. Like or I don't even want to say she legitimately, maybe she's not, but the way she does stuff, she looks brutal. She looks really, really intense. And that is something that to me, if Alexa's gonna be sitting here and like fake dropping down and jumping on her knees and stuff, like I'm genuinely like, this is gonna look so bad, and I'm afraid for the match. I expect Alexa to get some offense in because her history of being champ they can't erase that for Ronda.
Yeah.
They can't. She's been champ for the past 2 years, almost the entire time. So for them to completely let her to get completely washed, it basically shuts down the entire division, and then that causes a whole problem,
Yeah.
So I expect her to get some offense in. I like Ronda. I like her as champ. I definitely came around to her. WrestleMania. Listen, I want to pretend that I wasn't hype, but when I tell you I was on my couch, I was like, yes, girl, you better hit your play. I lost my mind. I hadn't been like a kid like that in so long.
Yeah, she bought it. She's ready.
And that's a match that I genuinely enjoy. This is the kind of thing I would say. Alexa Bliss can claim that not wrestling very well is her character, and if she wants to feel comfortable with her career being a career of having so many accolades and not having one good match that's worth rewatching, she should think about it.
You ain't
Girl,
lying,
from your lips to my ears, goddamn. Like I don't even have to add anything. That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's true. And I said it, and people keep saying, "Oh, that's not her character. That's what he'll do." I was like, "No, fuck that." Okay, here's like you can, it's promos part of the game. She cuts good promos, but it's like I have yet to go back and watch an Alexa Bliss match.
The only match I rewatched from her was the one she faced Naomi when Naomi won the championship. And it's because Naomi won the championship.
People say that she cuts good promos because she's a competent talker, and I'm sorry, most of those ladies aren't. That's why they say that it's the same old boring ass mean girl shit that I've heard before. I'm not impressed. We're like, oh, when she get cause of promo and people be nutting all over themselves. I'm like, the bitch she didn't say shit. What are you talking about? She's saying the same old stupid mean girl shit. She just can actually get the words out of her mouth right.
Yeah, and it's like, and most of it is delivery. And it's like if we keep it, if we're gonna keep it a buck, almost all the girls is not all that on the damn microphone. Like you said, they're not.
That's why.
If Bailey could just get it together once, that's all I asked for.
Oh Jesus!
I said all that time. They gave you extra NXT, sweetheart. You got extra NXT, and you still came up and did that. That's part. Okay, so I did see a hot take on Bailey and Sasha. I saw that somebody was saying like if their promos were better, they would be able to carry like their individual feud. And I don't know how I feel about that, but I do think that so many times like their promos have been just so rough. So I have to give Alexa her props on that. She's been able to consistently, like no matter what, she has been consistent on the mic. Whether or not it's our taste is different, but she has been consistent on the mic, and that's something that a lot of people aren't.
And I have to be real. When WWE came to Birmingham, when Alexa Bliss music played, she did get a decent pop. So it's like people do. It's like
she's over. People love her.
She's probably the only female wrestler that is over based on her character.
Yeah. Everyone else is their merit.
Not her wrestling skills.
I
know Ronda is gonna sell for Alexa, but it's like either Alexa's gonna have to sell for Ronda, or Ronda gonna make her sell.
Ronda, listen, I just pray for Alicia Fox like every Monday, like Lord.
Girl.
No, and I'm like, is it because she argued with your husband? Are you doing this to be like to be me?
Oh, I ain't think about that.
Like, why are you so wrong with this girl? Alicia Fox is thin. She don't need that kind of drag. Like, why?
Man, I cringe when she get ready to do them arm drags. Oh my god.
All right, let's get back to SmackDown.
But Ronda, you a badass girl. You a badass.
Listen, if we're in prison, Ronda's one of the girls I'll roll over. I'll be a prison bitch. It's all right.
Definitely. She can
take a basement too.
I will hold the inside of her pocket all day long. Shit. Watch her underwear. Get her some maxi pads, all of that.
Wine, whatever you need, girl. I ain't fighting with you.
All right, let's get back to SmackDown. First, I don't give a fuck about Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy.
We can skip.
Only thing I'm gonna say is fuck Randy Orton. Fuck him with his racist, dick harassing ass. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. I'm so glad that whatever happened backstage when you try to like this motherfucker, I hate him. I've never liked Randy Orton. Never. Ever.
I think he was attractive. And then I followed him on Twitter and
no. Lord. Randy Orton is attractive for a date rapist. That's what
my God.
I hate him. I hate this motherfucker. You understand how bad I hate him. His all lives matter. Making people shake his dick hand ass.
That was disgusting.
Thank you. And because this motherfucker had a track record of burying talent that was getting a push, and he worked with him. He did it to Mr. Kennedy. He did it to
Kingston.
He did it to Kofi Kingston. He tried to do it to the Shield. Roman
wasn't having that.
Wasn't having it. He told his bitch ass to sit down somewhere, and Vince saw that. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna push that motherfucker right there, because he's finally stood up to me. Oh, you didn't know? In the summer of 2013.
Oh my gosh.
Randy Orton got in his feelings and tried to sabotage the Shield's push.
Really?
And there was a house show match that Randy Orton was purposely fucking up in to make Roman and Seth look bad. Oh. And when they got backstage, Roman put his ass in his fucking place. And there's I think it was the not the Money in the Bank, which is it's another. The Shield were tag team champions, Roman and Seth. They were tag team champions. They were getting the push, but for some odd reason, they won the pre-show against the Usos.
Yeah, that was Money in the Bank. That was Money in the Bank.
That was Money in the Bank, and that was because Randy Orton was trying to fuck them both over.
And guess what? In that Money in the Bank match, that was match of the freaking night on the freaking pre-show.
And that's why they saved their push. Roman got in the ring with his cousins and said, "Listen. Not only is this motherfucker not gonna stop our push, we gonna make sure y'all two get pushed." And they put on a fucking banger. And
probably
went backstage to Randy Orton and just looked at him and walked past this stupid.
Like he did that Black Cop on Monday.
Thank you. I can't stand.
I did not know that. Oh my gosh.
Yes, baby.
I still watch that Money in the Bank match.
Me too. Me too, girl. That is a classic tag team match. That's how you do it.
On a pre-show, they had the crowd going ape shit. Do you hear me?
Yes. I remember that match because when that was done, I was like, nah, the Usos need a championship. They can't keep
Yes, I was saying that too. I said they gotta win the tag titles.
Yeah.
They got to.
And they were so adorable when they did.
This Hell in a Cell match is because Jeff Hardy never had one. And like they want to put he's probably gonna retire soon. So they want to put a bow on his career. I hope he doesn't kill himself because I love Jeff Hardy. He is one of my top 10 favorites of all time. I love Jeff Hardy.
Mine too.
I just hope he don't kill himself, and I hope he wins. That's all I have to say about this match.
I think he's gonna win because Randy Orton's been getting the upper hand in this entire feud almost.
Yeah, fair.
And, as far as Randy Orton goes, I have him blocked. So whatever.
Me too.
Jeff Hardy is known as Mr. Extreme, so he's gonna do that swanton bomb off that cell. I'm letting know now. I'm letting people know now he's gonna do it. Gonna mess up his back even more because I swear to God, in that ring, it looked like when he takes a step, he winces. Like it's just
right. Yes,
it is so sad to see because it's like
it doesn't make it enjoyable.
Yeah, and I appreciate him for the effort. Like you could clearly see he literally fights through the pain. Like literally fights through the pain. Mm-hmm. So it's like he's gonna do something crazy off that cell. I hope he wins too. I actually have him winning for reasons I mentioned, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. I mean, the most cringe thing that Randy Orton ever did was putting his finger through Jeff Hardy's. That was just, oh my God. Mm-hmm. I said I can't watch that. That's disgusting.
So what do you think, Danny?
I will be honest, I have skipped through pretty much everything. I have not seen one bit of their feud. And
that's fair.
I was confused. Like, why they get in the cage? It was that bad.
Well, I mean, Randy Orton's reason for picking at Jeff, I mean, he was basically saying how people forgot about him. He went in on a couple of indie wrestlers, you know, something Miz would do. You know what I'm saying? So that was his reason for turning and saying he's gonna be a legend killer again and all this stuff. The Viper.
You can't kill legends when you're a legend, sir. You cannot kill legends when you're a legend.
So it's like, that was his reason, and he decided to go after Jeff. So
okay, you know what? I'm gonna just go for Jeff because I don't. This is weird. I'm actually gonna go for Randy, and not because I stand for him or anything. Let's be very clear. I'm actually gonna go just because if Jeff is as hurt as he sounds like he is, and I don't see what the quality of his because don't they have a championship between them?
No,
it's not. Oh, Jeff was Universal. That's not
Naka Jackson took the U.S. title from him.
I'm going to
girl, you and your nicknames.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, I got covenant names. Mighty Mouse, Matilda is AJ Styles because of their hair. Naka Jackson, because when he come down the ramp, he do his little, robotic crap. That's something Michael Jackson would do. Kevin Owens is Wilbur.
Oh no!
Oh my God! You did not call Kevin Owens Wilbur.
That pot belly, man. You look like you're crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I saw him in one of his last ROH shows live, and I fell in love with him in ROH.
I won't lie though.
Could not care for him.
As much crap as I give Kevin Owens, he is funny.
He is so
He
funny.
is.
He is funny. He came to Birmingham. He was basically shitting on Birmingham. I was like, oh my God. Like, and we were booing the crap out of him. Like, I was like, you did your job. You did your job. Kevin Owens, you did your job. But he's funny. But yeah, I got a couple nicknames. But yeah, Naka Jackson took the title from Jeff Hardy.
So they're just, this is just supposed to be a blood feud.
Yeah, it's a blood
I'm
feud.
gonna say Randy purely just because of like, I feel like Jeff is probably. I can. My prediction is that it's gonna be a bad beatdown for Jeff to write him off TV.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
maybe.
can see that. I can see
Yeah.
that too. And then like if AJ beats Samoa Joe, who's next in line to face AJ? And if Randy beats Jeff, then he probably would be feeling himself and say AJ's a legend. Let me go after the title too. So I can see him like
Yeah.
getting
Storyline
inserted into that.
That's
yeah.
crazy too, ain't it? Like it's really no credible like number one contenders for AJ Styles. Like,
no.
isn't ain't that some mess?
That is actually true. You're right.
Yeah.
It's
No,
for
actually,
Raw-
what are we
it's for
saying? Of course,
Raw
the
and
contender is
SmackDown.
Ty Dillinger. What do you mean?
Well, there might be because this next match coming up, which is a mixed tag team match,
Oh no.
The Miz and Maurice versus
Oh,
Daniel Bryan, and Brie Bella.
Brie suicide dive. You better try her, bitches, Bella. Yes. She would have given them a suicide dive. Yes, girl.
Brie Bella, or as I like to call her, the lesser Bella.
Oh,
Y'all wrong, man.
Come on, man.
Brie.
Everybody knows Nikki is the better wrestler. Come on.
She is. I love Nikki. I love Nikki to death.
I love
her.
Nikki to death. You hear me?
I like the Bellas, but I like them. I went from loving the Bellas to liking the Bellas when the dogs and the plane situation happened. You know, essentially what kind of what threw me for a loop was when, you know, the Bellas have been radio silent during political issues, and I'm fine with that because I learned my lesson the hard way. When you force people to talk about political things, it tends to go really badly.
Right.
So, you know, like if you're passionate and you speak, then we'll deal with what you've said. But if you're not passionate, I'm not asking you to speak. Yeah. So I just found it really, really telling when she was ready to ruin her Instagram feed and throw down a gauntlet. I'm not flying United because y'all killed a dog. And I'm just like, with whole black people have, okay, no, I got you, Bella. I got you. All right. So I like them, but I went from loving them to liking them because of that. I was like, you know what? I just can't. But
even though I want Miz and Maurice to win, Nikki and Daniel Bryan is obviously going to win. I got, you know, based on the feud and everything, if I was looking at the storyline correctly, I don't know. It was like Daniel Bryan just came across as just,
I can describe Daniel Bryan perfectly. He is an entitled, smug asshole. Like in real life, and that is also his character. I don't know. People are still hanging off on the 2014 shucks Daniel Bryan. This is an entitled vegan Green Party. I voted for Jill Stein, so now Donald Trump is the fucking president, motherfucker. And fuck white people like that, because you didn't give a shit, because it doesn't matter who the fucking president is for you, because it's not gonna affect you.
Yeah, it's like
when Kelly kicked that woman down, so you voted for Jill Stein, you idiot.
Yeah, it's like
he did.
It's like what, based on the story, it's like you try to come at Miz for being on TV, but dude, you're on
he's on 2 reality shows.
Ooh, what are you talking about? Coward for what?
And it's like Miz did bring up some good points against Daniel Bryan, but of course he's a heel, so everybody's gonna act like no, you know, if we gonna constantly say heels, you know, give valid points against baby faces and stuff. Well, this is one of them.
Listen, he could say Miz wrestled soft and he's a coward. But in that SummerSlam match, yes, Miz cheated to win because he's the Miz. But he stood toe to toe and fought Daniel Bryan. face to face.
Yeah.
He did not run from Daniel Bryan. He did not pull any punches. He gave him everything he had, and then a knuckle sandwich.
Yeah.
See,
And Daniel Bryan never admitted that. He
Yeah.
never gave him that.
Yeah.
And so
He
that's
ain't
the
never
problem
he
I
ain't
have.
never give he ain't never give Miz his just due since they
No,
was
he doesn't.
since
He
they was in
never gives
NXT.
anybody that respect. He never does, and that's
True.
what pisses me off.
And it's
Yeah.
like Miz, man, Miz, I've been watching Miz when everybody did hate his guts, superstars included. And he deserves, respect, you know what I'm saying? He does deserve to go after and win that damn title from AJ Styles because dude has proven a lot of people wrong. Like I love when he feuds with. I love when him and Roman is in a feud together, or just in a talking segment. They tear the house down in matches. It's like Miz has proven, he worked his butt off to get to where he is now. So it's like, and I've always said this too when it comes to like the whole heel face dynamic. And I was like, if you want baby faces to get over, even though I don't think WWE cares about crowd reactions anymore. It's like if you want a baby face to get over, have them be a little bit more edgy when it comes to fighting back with these heels, especially in promos. Roman has gotten so much better on the mic, thank God.
Ooh,
That,
Lord,
that
the Empire stood strong.
yeah, man. That it's like now that he's a little bit more edgier, it's like some fans do. You can see some fans turn the tide because it's like mic skills do play a part. We can't say they do, they don't, because they do. So it's like if I feel in my opinion, if you want baby faces to be cheered over heels, you have to give them a little bit more edgier content as far as trash talking on the mic to combat these heels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Miz is undefeated when it comes to promo skills.
Yes,
He's
he is
like
the
bad
best
for everybody.
to
I'm like,
me.
he's up there with Samoa Joe as far as promo work.
I think he's better. I think the Miz is the best on the mic in the
Oh yeah.
company.
Oh yeah.
That's my opinion.
I
So
would
who do
agree
we
with that.
have? Who do we have winning? You guys think
Daniel
Daniel
Bryan and
Bryan
Brie
and Brie?
Bella is gonna win.
I
I
actually
think
think
Miz and
Miz and Maurice. Yes, I think that Miz and Maurice are gonna win. I think they're gonna cheat again. I think this is gonna be something that Daniel Bryan's gonna have to chase, and hopefully the story they're telling is that he's going to have to eventually respect the fucking. He don't have to like him, but he will respect the Miz, and I hope that's the story they are telling.
You know what? I can actually see that story playing out like that.
Yeah.
You're right. You're actually right about that.
I
About that.
I agree. I think the only thing that to be honest, I just really hope Brie gets a dive in there and gets it right. Just to redeem herself.
She's done suicide dives before that were perfectly fine.
Exactly. And the first one was Sarah Logan's fault. Because we've seen her do it perfectly, where it's like you're supposed to be cut off. So, I just really hope she redeems herself on that because I cackled. Woo, I cackled.
I think she will because I'm pretty sure if I was her and I watched that botch was so bad, I would have been embarrassed. I'm like, we're gonna do that again because
she's probably been flying since she's left.
Yeah, man, that could not be a lasting image. No, we gotta try that again in the match and the pay-per-view at Hell in a Cell is the perfect time to redo that.
Did y'all have a problem on SmackDown with? Because I'm seeing a lot of back and forth. After all that, we want intergender wrestling and it's a fictional world. Why can't the women fight the men and blah, blah, blah. Did y'all have a problem with when the Miz pulled Brie out of the ring and she hit the floor kind of hard?
Not at all. He's a bad guy. If a heel, I don't have a problem with a man doing that, especially since Daniel Bryan immediately got all over his head. I didn't have a problem with any of that. Like,
I mean, and you gotta think about the reality of the situation. Like, Brie Bella is punching Miz in the face. So so it's like if we're thinking realistically, if I punch a man in the face, I'm gonna expect him to, pull me out the ring, not care if my face hit the mat or whatever. So it's like you gotta think about it from a realistic standpoint. Stuff like that is gonna happen. And on top of that, Miz is a bad guy, so he shouldn't care about hurting Brie Bella.
See, and
If you
I
ain't,
look at it.
if you don't want Brie Bella to get hurt, tell her to stay out of our business. This is between you.
See, and I'm in the same boat. I just thought it was like when I saw that chatter, I was pretty surprised because I thought it was like when I saw the clip on YouTube, I was like, oh, like okay, they're getting physical. This is going to be a good match on for Hell in a Cell. And then I saw all this back and forth, and I'm like, oh, like I just hope it didn't get to the wrong ears and that they don't tame the match down because I would have loved to have seen it be an all-out brawl between 4 people.
Do you think Zelina and Almas is going to interfere at all? Since they sometimes interfere in their segments.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
I think the cage
see that.
I don't know how they would.
No, it's not a cell match.
No, it's not.
No.
Mm-mm.
Why did I think that was a cell?
No, it's only 2 cell matches.
Who's the second? Okay. So it's Randy Orton and Jeff, and who's the other?
Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, Braun.
Okay, fair. Okay, I understand now.
Even though it would be cool if Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus Dolph and Drew was in the cell match, that'd be freaking awesome to me.
That match would be insane.
Oh yeah.
How are we liking Brawlic Dean right now? Okay. I see him. Got the shower, shade that hairline, that struggle is gone. Look at him.
What's new for me to adjust with Dean Ambrose is that he's not talking as much as he used to.
Yes. That's weird. I miss his promos. I miss hearing him talk.
And he's probably gonna talk some more down the line, but it's I mean it's different, It's different.
So do you see Seth and Dean becoming champions, or do you think Dolph and Drew are going to retain?
Oh, at first I was like, I was saying Monday, I said it's coming together. The shit is gonna have all the titles, but it's like the closer I'm getting to it, it's like I'm getting iffy. It's like I don't know, but it's like I feel like they are, and of course, no one's gonna bat an eye at Seth being double champion again. But we'll talk about that for another time. Mm-hmm. So it's like I feel like they probably are gonna win because of this Shield versus everybody, and Dean Ambrose fans, we know how they can get. When is Dean gonna have a title around his waist and da da da? So it's like, because the fact that Seth and Roman have their individual titles, so it would be only right for Dean Ambrose to have a title around his waist. So, and if they want to keep on with this storyline that they're going with, the Shield, dominating WWE with the Iron Fist, and you have them win the tag titles. Now, my fantasy booking here is coming into play, but I was thinking, if we say we're gonna dominate, then Dean, you ain't going after no tag team title. We'll go after another title, except on SmackDown. Going after AJ Styles. That's how I would have did it. If you want to talk about dominating, shoot.
I'm actually on the other side.
Why not the Shield?
Exactly, bro. Make SmackDown more interesting than they have been.
I mean, and the Bellas are on both sides right now because they've been showing up on both shows.
Yeah, they have.
Right.
They have. So why can't you do it with the Shield? You know what I'm saying? If the Shield's saying we the workhorses and we need to dominate, then you take your butt on SmackDown, and Dean need to challenge AJ Styles since we think Miz is probably Miz or Randy Orton gonna be the only credible champions to face AJ Styles. Shoot, have Dean go across the SmackDown and be like, yes, I'm here, and yes, I want a title shot against you, AJ Styles, since you're the phenomenal one. Face me for that title.
I actually see Dolph and Drew retaining because,
really?
Yeah, I feel like if they lose the titles, then all the title storylines are dead in the water because they're not treating the Shield like the Shield that we know. Right. We're seeing this like group that's just getting beat down, and they suddenly have the whole locker room against them, and all the
no
stuff.
reason.
Yeah,
these guys are just doing whatever.
Just getting the check.
Right. It's like they have not set up any explanation for why all of these guys want to help Braun Strowman who will easily kick their ass.
And,
what did
throw porta potties on them.
What Kevin Owens' reason for backing Sean?
He didn't have one. He didn't have one.
Oh,
He started talking about
everyone
Sami
hates the
Zayn.
Shield. I think he said everyone hates the Shield. I think he was like, his reasoning essentially was that basically they didn't want, like, they hate the Shield more than they hate than Braun. So like,
so basically,
but why though?
Doesn't make sense.
They hate greatness.
You can say you hate somebody, but I do want to know why you hate them.
Yeah, you gotta. It's like if you're gonna come out and cut a promo like especially if it's a storyline, fans like the fans we have today who complain about storylines so much, they're always asking why instead of like, because they're not gonna pay attention to the television, because all these fans care about now is work rate in wrestling, when really the storylines are the most important thing, because that's what gets you hyped up for the matches. So it's like, and fans like my mutual Rob, who writes great wrestling articles, he basically said like fans don't like to be left figuring out what's going on in the story. So I feel like WWE needs to be a little bit more aware of that, because it's like, if you're gonna have Kevin Owens coming out, we need to know, why is he backing Braun? Why does the rest of the wrestlers hate the Shield? What could be the reason? Because because people are still asking the question, why is Kevin Owens backing Braun Strowman after what Kevin Owens went through with Braun Strowman for these past couple of months? We still need to know why. So if you're gonna have him coming out, we need to know the specifics so we can understand. So some of these fans can understand the storyline better.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
It doesn't.
But yeah, I don't know about Seth and Dean winning. I don't think they're gonna. Like, I just think it's just gonna be a bad night for the Shield around them.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
I'm kind of dreading. Does anybody care about the SmackDown tags? Like, do you care about Rusev? I'm so over.
I don't like who's in the match. I don't even
know. It's New Day versus Rusev Day, and I'm so over Rusev. I'm so over it.
I would have liked it a year ago when Rusev, or earlier this year, when Rusev Day was hot, but right now, no.
They cooled off on him.
Oh my gosh.
It's probably gonna be a really good match though, because these are four guys who are very good. Like, Aiden English is a very good tag team wrestler. He is.
Yeah.
And Rusev can wrestle his ass off, and we all know the New Day's track record. So,
and you know what's crazy with Rusev? His matches in feud with Roman were freaking awesome. Did y'all see a pattern here? Do y'all see a pattern here?
For real, I do. I see it.
But yeah, I got New Day winning. Have Rusev won the title yet?
No.
He was United States champion like 2 years ago. Was the last
maybe
time.
Intercontinental or never.
So you know what? He might win.
Yeah, he might win.
They might win.
Yeah, he might win. Yeah. Even though I wouldn't have mind, and that's why I want the Usos to come to Raw, because it's like they've done everything on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like we keep falling back on the Usos versus New Day.
Oh so yes, they keep doing it. It's like at some point that's gonna get old, and it has gotten old. Even though they keep putting on banger after banger, it's like
that last one that they had. I'm so mad it got cut out. I think the Bludgeon brothers stepped it up when they were like stealing each other's movesets. Oh, yeah. I wish they finished that match.
Yeah. I was like, because it was just starting to get good too. Oh. But I think it's a possibility Rusev Day will walk away with this one, squeeze out a win with this one.
I would say, because I feel like the New Day having a title retired.
I really don't care. It's sad to say, but I don't. But I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah,
I think that's the whole card though.
For SmackDown,
that was rough. I knew about 30% of what was happening.
Like just for SmackDown, right?
No, I think that's the entire show because it's split now.
Oh snap! Oh my god!
Yeah, it's both Raw and SmackDown, and I'm looking, and I think I've covered all of these matches. I don't see any more.
Okay, so another question I had was I saw was like Rob had asked who who do you think deserves a you deserve it like championship title, like male and female. And my picks were I actually have two for the females, but I got Naomi and Asuka. And then for the
Same.
males, and then for the male, a you deserve it championship title, I got Kofi Kingston.
Mm. So for women, I'm on the exact same. I think either Naomi or Asuka. Um, for men, I actually was so focused on the Miz. I didn't even think outside of that. I was so focused on the Miz. But
Okay.
I also really want, like, if I could fantasy book one thing, I really want the Usos to face each other for the United States championship.
Oh, how do you think the Usos would do if they were to like go on a singles run by themselves? How do you think Jimmy and Jay would do as solo superstars?
Jimmy is better than Jay. I'm sorry.
More
I think he's
charismatic.
better off he's just more known.
No, he's a better wrestler.
Is it? Oh, well, yeah, Jay,
Yes, he is.
Like Jay is more low key than Jimmy, and Jimmy is like he's kind of
he's wild.
like a rock.
Mm.
Except
What?
he's like the rock, but he doesn't talk in third person. Like he has that personality of rock with on the mic and you know how he wrestles in the ring. Like I just get that vibe from him, so I can see probably Jimmy being more successful as a solo superstar than Jay. Even though I love
Well,
Jimmy.
my you deserve it title runs will be Sasha Banks actually getting a real title run that's
Ooh.
longer than 28 days.
Yeah,
Ooh.
And for the guys, I kind of agree with Miz and Kofi. I gotta agree with both of those.
because Kofi been in the game for
Forever.
so long and has yet to have a freaking WWE title. Has he even had the IC?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been every champion except for world champion.
Yeah, man. I would at some point give him a try with that. He would be the first out of the New Day to me to get a try with that. Then it would be Big E. Then it would be Xavier.
Mm.
Big E would probably run with that thing because
I would I would put Xavier before. Like I know everybody loves Big E, but that motherfucker is extra. He's too much. He like that song "You Be Doing Too Much." That is Big E all day. He just does the most, the very most. I can't take him. Like I have to look at the other two after a while because just no, baby, calm down.
And then he's gone so far off that, like, the other day I think I was seeing his NXT, like a video from NXT of him, a match, and I was just kind of like, I can't even imagine him. Like, I can't take him as serious as I once did anymore because he's gone so far left. Like, it would take a lot. Like, he would have to destroy someone I love for me to take him, like, oh, I'm terrified of him.
Oh, Big E?
Yeah. He's gone, like, he's so lovable to me now that I'm like, I can't. I'm not afraid of you. Like, you know what I mean?
He is a goofy ass.
I mean, the new Day has obviously found something that works for them, and that's being together and doing all these funny skits. Like on Tuesday, Kofi Kingston came out in that wig and that suit. Like it worked. It obviously works. People love them. That's probably why they haven't broken up yet because they sell. So, and that's what other fans don't realize about the business. If it sells money, they ain't messing it. They ain't
No,
messing
if
with
it's
it.
not broke, they're not gonna try to fix it.
Yeah, don't
Most
fix it.
likely.
Yeah, don't fix it. That's how business works. And it's like they refuse. It's like some fans refuse to understand that. It's like sometimes it's not about what we want.
I don't know. The only thing I just kind of can't get down with is just that I feel like when the Shield was in the heights of their championship, we weren't ready for them to break up, but they were very much willing to make them single stars, and they're not giving that to New Day. And I feel like all three of them are capable of being great single stars. So I just kind of, I'm like, I get it and I'm okay with it, but I'm also just kind of like, I wish that they had gotten the opportunities they would have gotten if they were white.
And I also want to say
they're
this.
black, so
You
They
know.
ain't finna get treated like the Shield.
And I also want to say this too, because it's like, especially when it comes to Roman Reigns' title run, if it lasts, I hope it's not based around the Shield. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of get what I'm trying to say, because it's like, okay, yeah, the Shield being together is cool. I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the Shield, but it's like I hope he has, does his own thing with the title. It's like the crowd reaction is gonna be what it's gonna be, but it's like, really
Yeah,
have him run with that title to see what he can do with it.
I agree.
So it's like I hope it's not, you know.
Speaking, this is kind of related. Um, had another question that said, "What would you book as the main events of WrestleMania if it wasn't Roman versus Rock?" Which, fought all over that match. No, I know you love the Rock, baby, but no, he needs to stick to acting. No,
Yeah,
child,
I don't want no match
stay
with The
out of
Rock.
wrestling. No, or the
Ooh, no
Shield triple
promo.
threat.
Brutal.
I would actually make WrestleMania's main event the Shield triple threat because they've been carrying the fucking company and they fucking deserve it.
I would have Roman versus Seth because Roman still owes Seth an ass whooping. So
I
that's
would
that.
have a triple threat between, and I'm being real serious here, Charlotte, Asuka, and oh gosh, who was the
Ember
first?
Moon.
Not Ember Moon. It wasn't Ember. I was gonna have Charlotte, Asuka, and Ronda.
Oh.
Cause they not going Oscar, they done threw her in the trash heap. She ain't gonna main
But
event.
she still has it because even when she ran up on, I hadn't seen her in a while, and when she ran up on the Icons, I was like, yes, this is that. Asuka
Or
never disappointed in that ring.
or I would do a fatal 5-way: Charlotte, Oscar, Ronda, Sasha,
Ooh.
and either Ember Moon or Naomi.
Make it a 6-way, fatal 6-way.
Or I would make that a ladder match.
Or I'll make it a fatal 15-way, and what I'm gonna have is jail.
You know what? Out for my own selfish reasons. Like I was kind of on the Roman don't need to main event no more, but I just realized that racist orange motherfucker got 5 straight main events. So Roman needs 6, so he needs 2 more years.
And
I'm dead
I'm
serious.
so sorry, but which race is orange, motherfucker? Because I can't.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
5.
There's so many that I couldn't figure out which one you were talking about.
Yeah, that's true, but he's the one with 5 straight WrestleMania main events, and I'm me to make a person of color to break that motherfucker's record.
Oh.
I don't
And
care.
I
They can
think,
get salty and mad. They still gonna buy
and
the
the thing
WrestleMania
is,
ticket.
and the thing is, like if Roman and Rock do face each other at WrestleMania, imagine how intense that feud would be and how much, because Roman, he gonna have a reason to like. He gonna have so many questions like, why are you back? Why are you taking my shine? Like, you don't be around us like that. Like, just imagine how the story could go if Rock were to come back.
Listen,
And it's
if
like
I
that's gonna sell. Let's just be honest, that's gonna sell.
I agree. I
That's gonna
just
sell.
want Roman to do one promo where he looks The Rock dead in the face and is like,
I'm better than you.
no, he says, you ain't even my real cousin, homie.
Oh,
That's what I want him to say. You're not really in this family, homie.
But you know what? So
that'd be so disrespectful.
Yes.
I
Yes,
think
it would.
Be here for real.
For me, it's what I'm of two minds with this promo war. Part of me, half of me is like, is Roman really ready? And will he get killed on this? Because I don't. Because The Rock can be.
Oh, Rock gonna
Rock
test
is The
him.
Rock.
Rock gonna test him. Like Cena did, Rock gonna test him.
But
well,
on the other
The
side,
Rock's not going to. Go ahead.
I would say on the other side, Roman said in an interview on Hot 97 that he bootlegged Moana with his daughter. And he said The Rock don't need no money. So if he is that bold, then I'm not. I think he might be. I think he'll be fine. I'm just not. I don't know because The Rock, he's so overpowering. But I remember when he came back, like he would basically like crap on everybody, And it was like you almost didn't get a word in edgewise, you know, like so it wasn't really equal. So I'm kind of hesitant with the promotion of it. I'm just like afraid of The Rock overshadowing it and like Roman never.
I don't think The Rock is going to do that. See, with Cena's a selfish bitch. So of course he did that shit on the mic, and he was mad. He was like, people like, oh, it's fire, but in this business, if you're the old top guy, you're supposed to fully put over the next top guy. In that feud, I didn't like it. It was some jealousy. It was some underlying shit. And Cena had his little field day. I think he's mad jealous of Roman, and I don't think he was ready to give up that spot. And we saw that in the feud with the way he handled himself. I thought he acted like a jackass. I don't think The Rock is gonna act like that.
Especially when Cena cut Roman off in their promo,
and wouldn't let him talk. Wouldn't let him talk.
Mad.
Yes, he kept interrupting him and saying his little cute, funny quips. But it's true. Like, you talk. You run your fucking mouth. And that's what I love Roman say. You can talk all you want to, but I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah, he said that when he knocked him off the ring, he's like, we ain't on the stick no more, son. You gotta fight. I said, what? I was like,
Roman talk wild spicy when he get in that ring, and I live for it.
And the thing is, we keep saying like, wouldn't it be so awesome if WWE had Roman mic'd up during his matches?
Listen, because even when he was arguing with the cops, his faces be having me dead. Like, dead ass. When he was on that cop, I was crying. Because he's looking at me like, bitch, I wish you would hit me. I'm like, that's Roman. Like,
right?
That's the promos I want to hear in the ring.
This is the reason why I want him to be healed. It's not because people don't like him, and it's because I think his character and his talking would be 1,000,000% more in tune to who he really is as a heel. He'll be able to go slap off. He won't be able to. He don't have to hold nothing back.
Yeah.
So
my thing with Roman being heel is purely that if he turns heel, I want him to burn that place down. I want him to beat Finn Balor's ass. I want him to go out there I want him to beat the tar out of Daniel Bryan in front of everyone at WrestleMania.
I just want to see him just tell the crowd to kiss my ass.
Yes. Oh, I want him to go. I just want him to just stand there and take in all the booze and be like, "You done?"
Just like he did,
and then just start going.
Just like he
did on the same page.
Just like he did after he beat Taker, he took all of it
and said, "This is my yard."
He just looked at him and he was just like, "I got all day."
I love when he was just swaying of like booze.
He was dancing too. Like,
this sounds melodic. Y'all
yeah, but Rock is like, I think Rock is like Roman in a way. When Rock was on his way out, he was selfless. Lost the hurricane. Put over the hurricane. So it's like Rock was never selfish, because it's like back then you couldn't ask Stone Cold to put somebody over. You couldn't ask Hulk Hogan to put somebody over. Triple H, John Cena, he was on top. Like, you wouldn't dare fix your mouth to ask them to put no young guys over. You wouldn't do it because they wouldn't do it.
John Cena sabotaged people's career. He a step off from Triple H. The only difference is he didn't marry Stephanie. Like, don't get me started on John Cena and his bullshit too. Anything else? I think somebody asked the question: who is the most underutilized person in NXT, and why is it Montez Ford? That was Crazy Chris.
I saw that.
If you listen to this show, make sure you check out his podcast. He comes on tomorrow's Two Guys One Sport. Please check
I
him
listened
out.
to that. I listened to that podcast. Y'all, that's a very good podcast. Very unbiased. Good points. Okay. Like, I really, especially after the review of SummerSlam, that was a really, really good one.
Those guys, they have their favorite, and they they admit they have their favorites, but they call it like they see it. So I do
Yeah,
respect those guys in their podcast.
yeah.
Uh, but as far as NXT goes, I'm gonna be honest. I used to watch NXT regularly. Sasha got called up. I don't watch NXT regularly.
Yeah,
Like I
I've
watch.
never watched NST. Like the only two people that I am fond of on that show is Velveteen Dream
Oh yes.
and Ricochet.
Oh God, Ricochet.
King
Talk about
Ricochet.
that. Why they don't ever say we like Ricochet because of how he look? Cause damn boy, come on now. I could just stare at him for hours. I wouldn't even be. Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I
Yeah,
used to like the Street Profits until Tanya done exposed them and said they're the Enzo and Big Cass of right now. They're never going to be anything. And I said, well, I'm not going to invest my time.
I did say that, and I'm sorry, but it's just how I felt. It's like they're never gonna. Not in NXT. Maybe when they get called up, Vince will be impressed enough to push him, but not in NXT. I don't see it
They've
happening.
hit their ceiling.
Yeah, they're in
I,
it. I don't see it happening.
How do y'all feel about? Cause what tripped me out was people turning on Johnny Gargano.
Oh my God.
Can you expound on that, please?
Oh God. I in a way, I kind of feel like it's validation that Triple H isn't fucking perfect. And he's and when he takes over, everything isn't gonna be fine and dandy and roses. He's still gonna make mistakes too, because this was a mistake. To if you're trying to make Johnny Gargano the face of the company, the face of the brand, why would you like he loses because he's a goof, he's a dumbass. He's not even getting beat. He beats himself, and I don't understand how like I can see how he's booking him, thinking that's protecting him because Tommaso Ciampa really hasn't beat him. Johnny Gargano beats himself, but he keeps doing it, and now it's the whole Johnny failure.
Yeah.
I think they're doing like a redemption angle, but it might be too little, too late.
But cause I seen Johnny, and again I don't watch NXT. I'm going off what I seen people on people's commentary on Twitter, and I've seen people say what you said, Tanya, about him basically beating himself because he's so focused on getting revenge on Kayampa. And it's like he I saw what Johnny Gargano put on his Twitter. He kept saying Johnny failure all over and over. I said that sounds like something a heel would do.
Yeah.
Or look like something a heel would do, like it's getting to him. You know what I'm saying?
I would say I honestly never, even though I heard a lot of great things, I never got into it because I kind of took a peek at both of them. I forgot what I watched, but it wasn't like one of their matches or anything. I feel like I just saw like a quick clip of the two of them, one of those like packages. And I was kind of like, I'm good. Like it was, they didn't connect to me. Like I didn't connect to them as performers and in that moment. But I'm notorious for that. Like I didn't get the hype of Ron Sasha Banks until much later because I went until NXT Brooklyn. I went because everyone was talking about the matches when I watched it. So I'm usually really late on these things when it comes to NXT. But I understand why when NXT people and indie people get called up to the main roster, why they flop, because the assumption is that everyone knows what their backstory is, and so they don't give them storylines when they move up. And so I'm honestly not concerned about them now. I'm concerned about when they get to the main roster because they're gonna try to treat them like we all have watched their epic feud together, and it's like a majority of us are like me. They haven't even seen it. And they're just like, okay.
I'm glad that you said that because I think that's what other fans need to understand too. The main roster is a whole different ball game because in NXT, like we always said, NXT is catering to a niche audience.
Yeah.
Just like the pay-per-view All In, you're catering to a niche audience. So
listen, I watched that show. Let's All In. I watched it. I watched the show. Let me just say there was nothing special or spectacular or different about that show.
Thank you.
Nothing. The only thing different, they're like, it's so refreshing that the crowd got what they wanted. That's all of their fucking favorite wrestlers wrestling each other. What the fuck? Like what are you talking? Like
And
you
not and not only that, they did basically what WWE be doing too. They brought nostalgia to it because guess who showed up? Chris Jericho was there, Rey Mysterio was there. Like, come on. And it kind of treated it like an entertainment show too, because guess who came out? Because guess what came out? Penis druids.
Listen.
yes, that was sports entertainment. It was just it was nothing different. The only thing the crowd, the men in the crowd, they have a
Men.
vested interest
4 girls in the
in,
crowd.
or yeah, the 6 or 7 women that were also there. They have a vested interest in this succeeding because they're so anti WWE. Just
Yeah.
like when they come to a WWE show, they have an invested interest in Roman Reigns failing. That's why they make sure to make all that noise, but it's counterproductive. So they go to this show and they know what the stakes are. This show has to be successful. So of course they're going to react exactly the fucking way that they're supposed to because they're smart fans. So, oh, we're supposed to boo this guy. Well, we're going to boo this guy because we're supposed to. So, what they won't do for WWE and Vince McMahon, they will readily do for other bookers. And I'm sorry if you think that the Bullet Club and Cody Rhodes are not going to book things for themselves, or not going to put their friends and their people over just like Vince does. You are fucking kidding yourself. These people are no different. There's no
Yeah.
difference. The
Can
only
I
difference
say-
is the audience.
Yeah, you're right.
Can I say with Cody Rhodes, now that we've settled our beef, because like, so basically Tama Tonga quotes Cody Rhodes on like a tweet, and I go to Cody Rhodes like Twitter, and it's like, you've been blocked. And I was like, what the? I've never tweeted about Cody Rhodes.
They vanity search.
And then but I typed that. I'm like, I have never tweeted about Cody Rhodes. Why did he block me? Like, laughing. And he responds like, I have never blocked you, and you've never been blocked, or and you're not blocked now. Like, you know? So then I was already had a wild spicy tweet under that, and I deleted that real quick because I was not trying to go through a Twitter war that day. But like,
he didn't, because I replied to you. I was like, if that's the case, I should have been blocked. He didn't say nothing to me.
I was like, I deleted my spicy tweet because I was not in the mood. So my thing was, and that's what somebody else had commented under, and they were like, busted, because he clearly vanity searched for that tweet.
Yeah,
but it turns out, I don't know, that was just a weird glitch. So it looks like I wasn't blocked, but whatever. So the other thing was with Cody Rhodes, I admire what he's done. But if I'm being real honest, I have never heard anyone talk about his matches. They talk about Cody because of his dad. They talk about Cody because he left the WWE and had the courage to do so. They talk about Cody because he's wild spicy with his clapbacks. But I've never heard someone go, this match, you have to watch this match. Like, when I hear Kenny Omega, I've never watched a Kenny Omega match in my life. And when I hear Kenny Omega, they're like, well, thank you for letting me know.
He gets on my damn nerves.
So whenever I hear about him, it's like, you have to watch this match with, I think, Naito or something. Like, I can't catch the name, but, you know, I'll hear, like, you have to watch that. Or when I hear other people, there's a match they refer to. And the only match from Cody Rhodes that I like was the one with him and Dustin when they were against The Shield. Who's the common denominator in that? We'll keep it moving. But all I'm saying is I'm not impressed. Because when All In was done, the only match that I heard about that I had to see, that I'm planning on watching eventually, was the women's match. Because I heard it stole the show. That's the only match that I heard about.
And here's the thing: I was willing to let the fans enjoy All In, and I just find it funny how they were asking WWE fans, "Oh, respect what we like," and da da da. But it's like, y'all don't give us that same energy when it comes to WWE. So I found it kind of. It's like I find it kind of funny that y'all asking us to respect what you guys like and don't shit all over All In. I was like, that is very funny. I said, but you know what? I said, I'm gonna do that. I said, I'm gonna let y'all enjoy All In.
I did.
But what made me mad was the biased journalists.
From the journalists, yes. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed. Like Ryan said, and I call that bitch motherfucker out.
Oh, I follow him.
He's blocked.
He is completely blocked.
Oh no.
Because he was tweeting like he put on the show. Now, Dave Meltzer, I get it. He has a close personal relationship with most of the Bullet Club. So I'm not even gonna come at him for his bias ass, because he been biased. We been knew that. But all of them, every single last one of these so-called wrestling,
they showed
their ass.
Thank you.
Listen.
Ryan said tried to make Roman fans look like we were dumb because he made a tweet. Clearly, it was a shot at Roman Reigns.
Yes.
Oh, I did see that. I was like, "You talking wild spicy, my nigga," and I need you to calm down.
And look, and under the tweet, I don't even think he was a fan of Roman Reigns. He was like, "This was an unnecessary shot at WWE and Roman Reigns," and it was. And he was like, "Of course, the Roman fans were trying to make it seem like it's about Roman." I said, "Dude, you think we stupid? When it comes to crowd reactions, who is your main example? Roman Reigns."
See, yes. And my thing, the reason why I have followed him, I feel like we're all like, oh no, I didn't realize he was bad. But this is one thing I don't know that much about him, to be honest. I just liked Pro Wrestling Sheet because when he posts an article about something, he will actually put information in that article. Because you see, I'm getting real tired of people just being like, watch this video, it's insane. And that's the article. Like, what? No cliffs, no
Let me tell you what I
analysis?
do. Let me tell you what I do. I don't follow dirt sheets, wrestling Twitter news pages, podcasts.
Oh, she judging me.
Anything with heel, broken, BC, woken, Punk's name in it, they are blocked and or muted.
I agree. Me too.
Oh Lord, I had to clean my Twitter feed.
And my Twitter has been peaceful ever since. Because it's like dirt sheets, they just print out crap, and most of it's not true. Dave Meltzer, he's blocked because really his star ratings are just his opinions. His assumptions are just assumptions, they're not facts. And he's biased. Ryan Satin's blocked, biased. Twitter news.
Listen, Ryan Satin don't even like wrestling. He will complain if he have to watch more than 2 wrestling shows in a row.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
Like his last tweet, he was asking a question about I forgot what it was. I forgot what the question was about. He was asking why is such and such happening, and I was like, clearly you ain't watched the show, and you up in here bitching and complaining. Clearly you don't watch what you're complaining about.
And they are all white men. See, it's just we need.
Like, I ain't got
Ric Flair got married for the 5th time. Lord, trash. I just saw that on Ryan Satin's Twitter.
How true is that?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did. Dolph Ziggler walked his wife down the aisle for some odd reason. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Leave that alone.
Yeah.
Are we gonna name our fucking moves of the week?
Yes.
Because
fucking moves and MVPs.
Okay, explain what this is, Tanya. Because when you put this in a DM, I was like, what is that?
A fucking move.
Yeah.
Like a dumbass.
Oh, okay. All right. So who you got? Who's on the list?
I will start by Eva Marie and Mr. Eva Marie.
Oh, that was mine.
So we can tag team on this, okay?
Yes.
Like, so I see the video, I see the clip, and all I did, as soon as I saw that clip and the headline, I said, I had to DM Tanya, and I was like, can we name our fucking moves this week? Because I'm exhausted. Are you kidding? First of all, so I did not watch the 34-minute video because I will not watch the 34-minute video. But someone
I didn't watch it either.
But I know y'all don't like him, but Pro Wrestling Sheet actually had the cliff notes up, unlike PW Mania and all these other places that won't say anything.
Oh, you talking about PW shits? That's what I call it.
I think they follow me. Well, someone of them wrestling sites follow me. I don't even know anymore. Nonetheless, a lot of them, they piss me off for that. Like, I like to know what's happening really quickly, but, they piss me off when they just don't have any context. But he posted a clip. So once I read the clip notes, I was already like, girl. And then someone posted like a 2-minute clip on Twitter.
Yeah.
And he's talking with pride. Oh, you know, this protest is about veterans. Like, at the end of the day, one, no one asked them to throw their hat into this. Right? No one did. Two, I feel like when I'm watching their body language in this, they're being willfully obtuse. They're doing something to get controversy. I think because the way their body language read to me, you know, when someone's like passionate about what they believe, they stare into the camera, they look at you intently, they talk, there's fire, there's energy. Eva's just sitting there like on her phone, at least in the 2-minute clip that I saw, and Jonathan's looking up into the sky while he's talking. And to me, that language sends that he's trying to like say these certain things so that it's like he's not outright being like crazy, but at the same time, it's something that he knows what he's saying is controversial, and he's hoping that it breathes into a blow up so that their names are being talked about and that they're all these things. So,
yeah, here's the thing. Eva in that clip looked like she was forced to do it. Looked like she didn't want to do it.
Yes.
And it's like, here's the thing. He said Colin Kaepernick didn't sacrifice anything. Let's see. If I worked my ass off to get to the NFL, somewhere that I've been dreaming about playing as a kid, but all of a sudden I get this epiphany that, you know, everything's not right in the world. I have the chance to change the world. Now, how this all started was he didn't tell nobody that he was going to protest. He didn't tell nobody he was going to sit down for the flag. A fan actually caught him sitting down for the national anthem. So, that's how that whole thing came about. So, the movement gets bigger and bigger to the point where he eventually is blackballed out of the NFL. So, he said this is a guy that gets $1 million. Well, guess what? He also gave away those millions of dollars to charity organizations, people in need. So he did sacrifice something. And it's like, it's just, and Eva, it really felt like she wasn't comfortable. It looked like she was forced to do that video. And she was getting dragged in the mud too, because it's like, I don't know, the video was just stupid. And they both came across as dumbasses.
They knew. And I think they just did it to try to get that kind of pot stirred attention. And it was tired. When I was listening to like that 2-minute clip, for me, it was like, first of all, you sound misinformed. And this is like, I tweeted, I was like, this is what it's called when you're willfully obtuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're willfully pretending that you don't understand what this is about, because we all know, one, at this point, if you claim it, you don't know that Colin Kaepernick, you know, really and truly was blackballed for this, then you're lying. Two,
exactly.
If we all pretend that Colin Kaepernick has not been working hard and riding hard for the community, you're lying. Three, a veteran told him to kneel.
Yes, he did.
And four, my favorite of all of this, none of these people care about actual homeless veterans. Because if that was the case, we wouldn't have the problems of the other day when there was a government shutdown. They sat there and a proposal was raised where they were like, hey, can we just agree that during the shutdown, we will continue to pay our military because we support. And they cut her off mid-sentence and said, no, I object.
And then like it's
and I hate military.
And I hate how they keep trying to use the veterans to keep pushing this narrative that they're disrespecting veterans, when tons of veterans have came out and said, I agree with Colin Kaepernick. And they also calling out these people that keep saying that, like, quit using us to push your narrative of why him kneeling against the flag is disrespectful, because it's not.
You know what? This is
the guy who killed freaking Osama bin
Laden. To me, I'm not even finna address that bullshit. This is about police brutality. A police officer just went into somebody's house and shot the shit out of this man in his own house, and the media and the police department trying to somehow spin it like she didn't murder this fucking man.
Yeah.
And we sitting here talking about a fucking flag and an anthem that both were created when people who look like me were slaves, they can get that shit up. I'm not having that conversation about veterans. My mama was a veteran. So fuck you and your compassion and your sympathy for veterans. And if you a veteran and you think it's disrespectful, fuck you too. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And fuck Eva Marie. She could never wrestle. She was hired for her looks.
Ooh.
I'm glad she out the fucking company.
Ooh.
And her scab ass husband too.
And
Yeah.
her purple hair looks
they're the
dry.
fuckamazoos of the week.
Yeah.
Fuck
And her
them.
purple hair looks dry.
And any attention
Stiff.
that they give me, we already spent too much time talking about these motherfuckers. Who do you guys think should be the MVPs of the week? Because that shit is ridiculous. They did that for attention, and that's what they getting. So pat them on the back. They getting their little attention. They getting their little outright followers and checks. That's the new wave.
Yeah.
All you got to do is come out and say some anti-black shit, and you get all the attention.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm done. I can't do it no more.
Yeah, that will be the last time we'll be talking about those
It's
two.
real. People
Sick
are
and shut
actually
in
fucking
list.
dying, and people who are not at risk at all are weighing in and giving their 2 cents. Like you're ever going to be stopped and harassed for the way you look. You're both lily white. You're safe. You're protected. Nobody's calling the police on you just because of how you look, because they're scared of you. Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you.
First of all, Eva Marie was around like hood friends, so don't play her out. She understands toughness because she was around like hood people.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
So MVP.
Oh Lord, who should be my MVP?
I have.
Is it Roman?
No, it's actually True Miller. Because
oh my God, I am
digging True Miller.
Who's that?
Carmella and R-Truth.
Oh, True Miller. I was okay. Never mind. I got you. I'm with you.
They work together.
Yes, like for some reason that pairing just makes sense,
and
I'm rooting for them in the MMC. Yeah,
I would say it's almost like with the way Carmella has worked with so many people, it's almost like she's good at her job. But I'm gonna keep moving. I'm not gonna talk spicy in here because I don't understand. Like Carmella, when she was with Enzo and Big Ass, she had the work, like they used to boo her, and I was so confused because I would be like, why did they like those guys and didn't like the girl? Like, what happened? Because I barely watched NXT, so I was like, I don't understand why they don't like her. And I really thought there was something wrong with her. And when I'm just seeing her, I'm like, she's just doing so well. Everything she does so well. Like the best of her ability.
Her match against what was it? Which match was that, Tanya? Do you remember? She showed out. I forgot what it was.
Gosh, so she just had a couple weeks, right?
Yes.
Was it Charlotte?
I think so. She showed out, man. She went ham in that match. I don't know if it was a triple threat. I think it was a triple threat. But she did her thing, man. I'm like Carmella, but Carmella and R-Truth, it just works. And if I had to pick another for the You Deserve It, championship title reign, it would be R-Truth.
Oh yes.
He never had a title. I don't think a title since
at all
the company.
No, he had tag teams.
Did he win a title though?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah, but I love him, and they're starting to. I think they're gonna do this Leo Rush and Milk Dud thing. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
My MVP right now is actually going to be Bianca Belair because she is so funny on Twitter. When she told Nikki Cross, she said, all this extras because I asked for a title shot. Run up then. I said, I like her. She is just so extra.
Oh, she's great.
I love her.
Yeah. You can name her MVP any week, and I'll agree with you. She's great. She's awesome, and like I'm scared because she, Triple H I don't know. Oof. It's certain women he seems to miss the mark on, but I hope he does right by her. I love her.
Yeah, but I have to agree. My MVP is True Mella because that's just them two together, it works.
I like this. I'm gonna check them out a little bit more because I've missed by SmackDown the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, at first, if you look it up, at first it's gonna start with R-Truth basically asking Carmella for a title shot.
Oh, that I thought that was so funny because he would just be like, "You've been ducking and dodging."
Yeah.
Like, I will every now and again just go watch that time when he went to go compete in Money in the Bank and he wasn't in the match.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. And for Roman's laugh, because Roman has the funniest Roman's laugh does not match him as a person.
It doesn't.
And so just the two of those things, I just love that clip. I'll just watch it just to laugh because he's so funny.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's that'll be my MVP. So yeah, that's basically all I got for this week's.
Yeah, so are there any more thoughts or anything else? Because we got to wrap it up. Because I know Tyler got to get up early and I got to get up early.
So do I. I have a 6 a.m. gym class. I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, nah, I ain't got nothing else, man.
I'm good. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, girls.
Yes, it was. I really enjoyed it. And thank you for deciding to come on this journey with me, girls.
Oh no, I was excited about this. So like, this is gonna be get some stuff on my chest.
I know, right? I was ready.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
man.
what we are here for, to just vent. And next week we don't have to predict any matches. We could just come in and give our thoughts and all of that. So it'll be a little bit more free flowing, and we don't have to talk about anything we don't want to.
Yeah, man.
But for everybody listening, thanks for listening. I also just once again want to plug the Two Guys One Sport. You can find them. That's the name of their show on YouTube. That's the name of their channel. I also want you to listen to my friend Sal. He has a show. He wraps up, he talks, he does reviews. It's pretty much him by himself. And let me look up where I'm supposed to. Out of Line Media is the name of the channel on YouTube. The name of the show is Match Mixing. So if you're interested in some more, fresh and different opinions on wrestling, you can look up those two guys. And if you're interested in hearing from us more, we will definitely be back next week. We thank everybody for watching. And till next week, stay black. Bye-bye.
Bye.